All right, we're sticking with left side for the day. We got trippernn and Th0masHD. These two, definitely the no longer up and comers would be the right word, but these guys have definitely performed very solidly the past couple of years. Not the hardcore veterans been here since day one, but they've been here a while and they've been doing really well. Nonetheless, these guys are stalking their prey here, trying to find the players that they were chasing. And this will be pretty common. I think there's 3 teams landing here for the Invitational, so we're going to see that once again. And they're just chasing, trying to get some shots off here, being sneaky. Although this is a little bit of a sketchy play from them. They're out in the open, don't really know what's going on. Able to get some shots, they'll take the damage and just call that a day. Pretty smart move. Don't necessarily want to get fully involved in that fight with that third party sitting up on your head. So just take what you can get, go back in, loot up, and you're vibing. These guys have found ways to quick farm, basically know all the good stuff to farm in here, all the good metal, know where the barrels are. And they just quickly go to the vault, take what they can. Boom. They're chilling. Both of them using the Ranger shotgun. Interesting to see if they decide to hold that. Again, players get involved here, and this will likely be what happens regularly. Instead of these players that are all landing at the Rave Cave for the Invitational, because we have these two, we have Commandment and Avery, and I forget the third team off the top of my head. These guys are going to wind up fighting. And whether it be for loot or whether it be because they're actually trying to fight, I don't think it really matters. I think these fights will stall unless they're quick and shambles. Now we see they got the chili chugs, we got splashes, we got a sniper. You got to put the sniper in Th0masHD's hand. So this is almost the standard loadout, except we're seeing the Ranger shotguns instead of the Prime shotguns, which most players have been holding. So interesting to see these guys go with something else. And you know, oh guys, Thomas does miss, as we all just saw. He doesn't hit every single shot. Now we're going to roll on through. And this is just, I don't know, I want to say a typical day here at the Rave Cave when you got multiple teams. So now these guys are going to go north side, try and rotate through, but once again, can't help themselves. There's a little bit of a fight, so we'll slow this down. They wait for an opportunity here. Thomas getting in close. Got to take that shot. He winds up taking a lot of damage, more than he should. Now we're going to move on out while hitting some snipes on the way. Welcome to Th0masHD land, boys. If I could get this man a sniper every game, like they clearly want to do that every game, that is definitely the play. But I like this rotate. A lot of teams would go straight through, just try and like get as far as they can. But this rotate, even though they got players behind them, that's like one mess that could wind up costing them. This rotate onto the north side should work out. It'll be interesting to see if it does. But there's so much movement. We see they just hit some. They're going to be able to get to this next platform here. Rotate even further using this. They're still in Storm, but that's not really a worry. I feel like most top players now don't feel like they have to rotate in Storm. And now we actually just watched Refsguard and them the other day hold them on this rotate. So We're going to see how they make this rotate with the team sitting above them holding them. And really just being patient, waiting for those guys to move, using the pad, getting ahead of them. Now able to make their way through, get past all that craziness, and all their hard work paid off because now they're in a good spot to get into third zone. Smart play. Getting out of that congested piece. Yeah, it cost them some heals, some mats, but they've done a pretty good job of refarming and retooling when they're able to find some extra loot. Now Ref's guard is going to be coming out of zone. He takes some damage. And now these guys are just going to follow that rotate, put themselves in a better spot. If I were them, I'd probably look to get up here. Or at least somewhere where you can hit a refarm, because up until now they've needed it, but it looks like they're chilling at this point. So they are going to go up along this and then position themselves on this hill. So they're chilling. Let's watch Thomas hit some snipes here. Trying to bait, I would imagine. And this is just Storm Surge season. Everyone takes some tags. Now they're gonna have to rotate out. They are down below on Surge, so they just get straight in. This is not recommended. They get some damage though. Now we're gonna continue to look at this. This is just a very meh fight. They're trying to steal that shield keg. That's why they're in the corner. And I guess they're comfortable with where they're at on Storm Surge. So now they're just going to chill. Not going to keep fighting this. That other team clearly doesn't want to fight this because they're just sitting there, not doing anything. Now it's time to focus rotate. Waiting for the opportunity, and I would imagine they just slide down this hill. Oh, they're actually going to hit a pad. Interesting. Pad straight onto high ground. Okay, bold move. Let's see how it pays off. Okay, and high ground gives it up without a fight. I mean, likely I would too, because, like, you're not even guaranteed to pull fit zone, so you're just chilling in fourth, hoping you get it, I guess. Pretty smart play here by Th0mas and trippernn, though. Just to, like, go jump on high ground and chill up there. Although I don't like that they're continuing to put pressure on the team below them. I feel like that team below them was already trying to play height, so don't give them more reason to come back up here. But now we see they're just getting active again, looking for high ground positions. Or not high ground positions, looking for players around them, trying to get tags once again. And they do pull fit zone, so that's huge. Now looking for shots here. This is a little weird because I would imagine, yeah, where Th0mas is looking out of the zone is where I would imagine would be the best thing to do. Look outside of these positions. And then zone's going to start to force people into this area, so they should be chilling. We'll speed this up. Doesn't look like too much is going on here. Just taking some tags. Shooting at players. And we see how safe they're being. They're not really peeking outside of players in the air. Don't want to get headshot snipe because that's really the only way they lose this high ground position at the moment. Zone pulls pretty much in their favor. Not perfectly, but they're going to have to rotate. And I would expect them to throw down a pad. There it is. Not even going to play height here. They go way up, put themselves on the side of the zone. Pretty smart move. You want to make sure you're always on the sides here to avoid getting too much damage. Tripp going to go down. Claim some loot. I like that. Going for the prime now. Or maybe that was accidental. We'll see what he decides to continue to hold. Although with both those shotguns, I don't have a problem with you holding 2 if you got nothing better to hold. And they're zooming here. Look at this. Because of the chili chugs, they're able to move so quickly to front side. He does drop the ranger there, so we're going to go prime. Another chili chug. This is so easy for this team, being able to be chili chugged. Thomas just wrecking that dude. And because of the chili chug, they're able to like half tarp. They don't really need to full tarp anything. Pre-edit play comes down. Nothing gonna come out of that. But they tried. See all that loot, baited it. Mappy fell for it. Now Thomas will be the one to go clean it up. Gets the splashes. trippernn gets his team ahead. Thomas needs to make it back up to him. And Thomas takes over. They use their last splash. So there was some mats involved on that trade. Unfortunately, they wind up spending a lot of their HP, at least Thomas's. So he's just barely above 100 here. Not able to get that back up. Now is going to be able to get this. I really want to see him pre-piece this before he jumps down. That's going to cause issues at times. He gets away with it that time, but need to be careful. Now they're getting sprayed by height. Putting some pressure back on, trying to slow height down, but none is going to happen at the moment. Then here they just need to get down layers to stop themselves from getting sprayed, but that's where all the congestion is. So now they're going to get hit by multiple sides. So a play needs to be made here, either to go all the way down or all the way up. On the way down, Thomas gets caught here. Not what you want to do. Winds up going down himself. Now trippernn as a solo. Thomas had the mats. So trippernn now has to play this with nothing. Just be a rat on the backside of zone. And this will last as long as no one sees him. Which is not very long here. Paco and Krusty going to be able to clean him up. But ultimately, it comes down to they needed to make a play to either go up or down when you're just stuck there in that like second height to mid-ground layer in these closing zones. Teams are too good in these lobbies just to let you float there. They're going to try and close you out. But nonetheless, pretty solid game. This, to me, is one of the best teams heading into FNCS. I think the off-spawn situation is a little dicey, but otherwise, I think there will be a solid team.